I am an Airbnb connoisseur. And what I mean by that is I prefer staying at an Airbnb when I travel over a hotel, especially if it's an extended amount of time, because I like making my breakfast and I like to, have my privacy. I don't want to share my space with anyone but my family. But I'm also very particular on the cleanliness of an Airbnb. And so even though I'm here in the Airbnb that I rented for the week with my family, it's clean, but there are just a few things that I think need to change. And this is a lesson to anybody who has an Airbnb or who's thinking about starting an Airbnb. So I'm making this video with a couple of do's and don'ts for Airbnb. The first thing I see here when I came into the bedrooms, which was really nice, there were towels on the bed and what I thought were washcloths, but in fact these are those micro cloths for dusting, like for cleaning furniture. And if somebody had some type of allergy to fabric, this may not be good. So yeah, towels are good. Dust cloths for washcloths, no good. This happens to be a pretty dark Airbnb because it's an old home. So I need light in this room and there's no light. Check all your lamps, light bulbs, maybe invest in LED light bulbs. These are not LED. That's a bummer. It's February, actually the end of February, and we still have our Christmas decorations up. Change your Christmas decorations or remove them. It just shows that no one's paying attention to the house when you have decor for a holiday that's already passed. Again, the kitchen towels are microfiber dusting towels. I will not be using these to clean my dishes or dry my dishes. I'm going to have to go purchase some dish towels. And I will definitely let the owner know that these are not appropriate for the kitchen. So I wanted to make a smoothie this morning, and here's a blender. Here's the top. Here's the blender that's really filthy. And no top for the spout, like the top here. So that means it would make a big mess. And it's in terrible condition. And as you can see, a lot of this is in terrible condition. I actually went out and bought my own pan. And you see, it matters. These little things matter. I get there are rules. And this is probably an area where they've received complaints because we're near the beach and totally fine. But this is not a very inviting thing to say, house laws. So it might be better to say something like reminder, just because if this has been an issue, I'm thinking, that this might be a little too harsh and it could turn people off. If you are storing things in your closet, it would be better to maybe store it so it doesn't look like that. I mean, obviously this is my outfit I hung up, but you see up there, I mean, it just looks messy. And again, somebody's going to nitpick and say the house is messy just looking at something like that in a closet. So this is an original tile and bathtub. Definitely can tell. Original trim as well. So they replaced the trim here, the shower head, which is great, but they left this very old trim and drain area alone. And those are little things that people notice. If you're going to do one, do them all. There are so many items on a checklist that the cleaning people or your project or property management people have to go through after each guest leaves. And my suggestion is never to turn over a house the same day, because it's very hard to get all those items checked off the list. Because remember, if you don't get all the items checked off the list, somebody could end up writing a bad review, and then that affects your numbers on Airbnb. And the same goes with VRBO, and booking.com is starting to do reviews. People really do read reviews because they know they're going into someone's home. So really think about all the small details, because it's not only about location.